Talk Shit Radio is a Kennedy Studios Productions. The opinions stated by various contributors to Talk Shit Radio and its radio programs are not to be considered as or endorsed by Kennedy Studios Incorporated. Visitors are urged to use their own discretion to draw their own conclusions. All information, products, services, and use of this website is for entertainment purposes only and personal use only. Talk Shit Radio Network does not confirm nor deny the validity or accuracy of the information contained within the website or broadcast. Any services or products provided by Talk Shit Radio Network and its host contributors should be used solely for entertainment purposes only.
This is Lewis, and you're listening to Talk Shit Radio.
You want to get high?
Are you a pothead, fucker?
Oh, man. I'm so high right now. I have no idea what's going on.
It's Laura. Let's talk some shit.
Michael Minardi. I'm the campaign manager of Regulate Florida, who's going to be actively seeking to put adult use of cannabis on the 2016 ballot. Why? Regulate Florida. I am putting myself out of a job by doing this. I am a criminal defense attorney. My main practice is representing people arrested of marijuana offenses, and I'm sick of it. These are good, hardworking people whose lives are turned upside down by a cannabis arrest, threat, DCF involvement, or other type of sanctions that is coming against them for using cannabis. We want to bring together the people of Florida. We want all the patients, all the users of cannabis to step up and let their voice be heard. Stop being afraid of being persecuted because of speaking out. We need you to stand up. We need you to help out because we need action right now and not apathy. With doing this, we can change the world and we can change the state of Florida for the better.
Brooksville Bob, and you're listening to Talk Shit Radio, and we're going to teach you a lot of cool stuff. Tune in and see.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Oh. What make you horny?
Burger King man, Rebecca speaking.
Hello, Rebecca. How are you today?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm doing excellent. Listen, I got a little request I need to make for you. I want to put in an order, and I want to come and pick it up. Is that okay?
Was it end of July, or was it the beginning of August? Do you remember when you called it in?
I'm calling in right now.
Oh, you're calling it right now. So this is going to be a big order?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me get a paper and pencil.
Thank
so what
you.
are we getting?
I'm sorry?
What are we getting?
Just want a Big Mac.
Big Mac. You mean the Big King?
No, a Big Mac.
Big Mac is McDonald's.
Where it's right next door. You can't go get it for me?
No, sir.
Well, come on. That's not fair.
I could do the Big King. That's about it.
Well, I don't like the Big King. I like the Big Mac, but I hate McDonald's. Does that...
Okay. The Big King's almost close to a Big Mac.
I bet you my Big Mac's bigger than yours.
Okay.
Were you going to take my order or what?
If it's a Big King, I can.
All right, let me have a Big King then.
When are you going to be coming in and pick it up?
July.
In July next year?
Certainly.
Okay.
Why not?
Fine with me.
Better late than never, no?
Yep.
Listen, you sound sexy. You want to go out on a date?
I'm married.
I'll take him along. He could drive.
That's okay.
No? Are you sure?
Anything else I could do for you?
Well, I want 2 Big Macs now.
Okay. Anything else?
Making me hungry. And a chocolate shake.
Small, medium, or large?
Extra large.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Coming in July?
In July. You think you can deliver that?
Unfortunately, we're not in the area to deliver.
Why not? I'm right around the block. I tell you what. You meet me in the parking lot, sweetheart. I'll take you out to dinner and show you a good time.
That's okay, and I have to be here watching my crew.
Yeah, they don't care. Trust me.
Okay.
I'm serious. I'll take you out. We'll have a nice candlelit dinner. Maybe a little whining, some dining, some 69, and you never know. I mean, things could happen. You might leave your husband for me.
Okay. Anything else?
No, ma'am. I just, was trying to get a Big Mac and a date, but you don't seem to be receptive to my charm.
That's because I'm married and I got a store to run.
Okay, but are you married or are you happily married? There's a difference.
Happily married.
Well, there's a big difference, I got to tell you.
Happily married.
Are you sure? Anybody else there?
Anybody
else there that's not married?
I'm very, very, very sure.
Does he share? I mean, I share. I got no problems with it.
I'm sure he will.
You think so?
I know he will.
Why? I don't get it.
Okay. So is there anything else?
Well, no, just my 2 Big Macs, my large fries, and a couple of shakes, and I'm on my way to come get it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be looking for you. I'm gonna be looking for you, and I'm gonna get you to go out on that date with me because you sound sexy.
All right. Is there anything else?
Well, you just got to tell me yes. You're gonna go out on a date with me, and I'll come get you.
Well, that sounds really nice.
Well, are you her husband?
Yeah.
You are? Listen, you drive. Listen, I'll be nice.
I'll drive.
You drive, I'll be nice.
20 minutes.
15? Hello? Son of a bitch hung up on me. God damn, it's so hard to get a date in this town. Hey, welcome everyone to Talk Shit Radio Network. You're listening to Talk Shit Radio. As usual, that would be the show on Talk Shit Radio Network. I'm just sitting here hanging out, drinking some Sam Adams Winter Lager, one of my favorite beers out there. I had to play some skits for you. That's one of our better Brooksville Bob skits that we have. He's a mean, nasty, grumpy old man, and not too many people like him. But I did get him in the studio today, and we've got some new bits that we're working on with him. Him and I were discussing some shit, and we've got some phone calls we're going to make, and it should be pretty interesting. Now, today's going to be a real quick show with me going through a bunch of shit because I've got some shit that I want to read about sovereignty. I know everybody hears me talking about it, and if you look it up, you're definitely going to get the wrong information about it because of 2 individuals who were extremists. They were killers. There's no way to put it. They hated the cops, they hated the government and all of that kind of stuff. But that's not what sovereignty is about. But we'll get to that. First off, I want to talk about the temperature outside and the weather outside. It's been 77. It actually peaked out at about 80 degrees today. Which is incredible because here we are, what is it, the first week is pretty much over for January, and I mean, we're 8 days into January, let's face it, 80 degrees today, it was unbelievable. So right now we're at 77, and she's dropping steadily. We've got a wind coming out of the let's see, I can't see that, so that would be the southeast. At about 3 miles an hour, which is just keeping it nice out, you know what I mean? But that humidity is crazy. It's almost 100% humidity outside. And, the forecasters are calling for rain, but, I mean, it's been real shitty all day, but no rain. With that said, let's go ahead and move over to the local news channel, which is Bay News 9. They've got a few headlines I want to talk about. Well, actually, they only have one that I want to talk about, and it has mild temperatures heading into the weekend, which basically I would assume is going to be a little nipply out. So let's see, once we bring this this page up, I can hear Michelle dropping shit in the other room.
That's all right. Dense fog is possible tonight. Early Saturday will be mild and partly sunny. Later in the day, showers and thunderstorms will arrive. It has been partly sunny and mild all day after this morning's rain have exited, my bad. Let me put my glasses on. I might be able to see that a little better. Yeah, easy there. We got the peanut gallery over here going, maybe. So, after the morning rains, it exited off to the east. Temperatures are mild and will remain that way overnight. With the recent wet grounds, light winds, and high moisture, the stage is set for some widespread late-night fog, and the fog might be dense at times. Now, for those of you who know Florida and know how the fog is, and I mean, sometimes you cannot see down the end of your road. It gets so bad. Saturday will be rapidly changing weather. The day starts off mild and breezy with morning clouds giving way to partly sunny skies. A fast-moving upper-level disturbance will arrive, and showers and thunderstorms will be present late in the day and into the evening. Should be mainly showers, but it could be a couple of stronger thunderstorms. I do have a friend of mine who is actually from Central Islip, who I don't think she's yet gotten to experience the strong thunderstorms that we usually have to go through here in Florida. And when we say strong thunderstorms, we mean strong thunderstorms. 1 minute it'll be drizzling out. Next minute, it'll dump 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 inches of rain. I've had, a mild rain, and then you can actually see a wall of water just coming straight in at us. And it's quite heavy. It's quite fun to watch, honestly. So, another piece of news we got going on, which is locally here to Spring Hill. A fire broke out this morning about 1 a.m. at Greater Beginnings Preschool, located at 13163 Spring Hill Drive. Apparently, it started in a storage closet that they had there, according to the fire marshal, and he's not sure or hasn't determined yet what has started to burn in that closet. But for the most part, the surrounding businesses in that plaza, which is called the Palm Tree Plaza, have sustained smoke damage, and the salon right next door, sustained some fire damage. So, no, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. Silent Mish asked me if anybody got hurt, and I answered no. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning when this happened, so really nobody was there, and nobody got hurt. So moving on, that's pretty much all the news that I see that is really interesting. Checking over here and fake news real slow, and he ain't got shit going on. And again, I break Tom's balls. I say his website here is just basically a paid blog. But, honestly, there's really no news that goes on here that's real fast, because it takes time for them to write the story and publish it and blah, 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 blah. When we get back into the news with Hernando Daly, we are going to broadcast live as it's happening. There won't be a blog that's paid for. We're going to have actual sponsors that are going to have actual commercials. I'm going to try and work with a local radio station here and see if I can't get on the air with them. We'll see what happens. I'm actually going to go up there and pay them a visit and see if I can't, like I said, get on the air, be one of their hosts. So now I want to get into, we've got 30 minutes left, and it should take me a little less than that, and then we'll talk some crazy shit. I want to get into sovereignty and what sovereignty is, and I'm reading from my sovereignty book, and it's called Title IV Flag Says You're the Swag. I don't know if you guys can hear the kitchen water running, but I can see it on my needle. And it starts off with what is sovereignty? What exactly is the definition of sovereignty? And how do I acquire it? And it goes on to say, a lot of people in America and the world seem to be asking this question lately. although the public system and the mainstream media is specifically designed to confuse you about the subject matter. The answer is really quite simple. Let's break it down. Sovereignty defined. Here's a few reliable sources that define the term sovereign. A person, body, or state in which independent and supreme authority is vested. A chief ruler with supreme power. A king or other ruler with limited power. Now, obviously, I'm the king of my household and the ruler of my household, although, well, let's ask Silent Mish what she has to say about that. Obviously, not much because, yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll read on. So this is from Black's Law Dictionary, 5th edition, page 1252, and you can go check that out if you have the Law Dictionary. It goes ahead and says that chief or highest supreme. And that's, definition number 1. Number 2 would be supreme in power, superior in position to all others, independent of and unlimited by or other, possessing or entitled to original or independent authority or judicial. All right, so the Webster's Dictionary goes ahead and defines it as sovereignty means having supreme dominance over your realm, that you are the king of your own territory and are governed by laws of God, not laws of bankrupt corporations and their security guards, which basically is basically talking about the United States, because let's face it, the United States is pretty damn broke. We owe quite a bit to other countries. Might as well be bankrupt. So basically that's what it is. Now, it goes on to say the Sovereign Citizen Handbook, 3rd edition, page 15. It further explains in the Sovereign Citizen Handbook that the root of this word is served from the government, not a subject. So, I mean, Jesus, that explains it pretty good right there. So, let's see if I skipped a page. No, I didn't skip a page. All right, so next page I'm going to go on and read, and I'm going to go ahead and just finish this, and then I've got a few Bible verses that talk about sovereignty, and we'll go into this probably a lot. I'm probably going to start a radio show that is going to take place of Talk Shit Radio at night. And Talk Shit Radio, I think, is going to go to the morning. We did better listener-wise. People, I guess, like to listen to talk radio on their way to work. I know that it got me up early in the morning, and I got a lot more accomplished rather than sleep until 10 o'clock at night. Or at 10 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock in the morning. Last night, though, I went to bed at 9:30 at night. Man, I was exhausted. So anyway, where does sovereignty come from? The source of all sovereignty is God. God holds absolute sovereign, meaning he rules over all. He surveys and answers to no one above himself. Every force in nature, including human conduct, is his subject and under the control of the laws of nature. For example, gravity. Yours, O Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty. For all that is in the heavens and in the earth is yours. Yours is the kingdom, O Lord, and you are exalted as head above all. Both riches and honor come from you, and you rule over all. In your hand are power and might, and in your hand it is to make great and to give strength to all. Now, here's one, and I'll probably only read just a little bit of these because I'm not very religious. But these are all, well, this one's from Chronicles 29 11-12, And it goes, the public system was originally put in place for immigrants, orphans, or people who are not in harmony with the laws of nature. Recently, it has been redesigned to create irresponsible population who are... Wait a minute, let me try that again. Recently, it has been redesigned to create an irresponsible population who are unable to manage their own estates or be trusted with any true freedom. People without conscience. The only reason a person who has no conscience or connection with God obeys the law is out to fear or punish by the government. So, however, those who acknowledge the fact that they are divine in nature and belong to God are served from any rulership other than the laws of nature or God's natural law. This is what's called relative sovereignty. To hold relative sovereignty means that you belong to God and you are royalty, capable of maintaining self-government in your life and managing your own estate. You are in harmony with the laws of nature. And it goes on to read more Bible verses and stuff like that. Let's see what else we got. Let me just read this one because it was very interesting. This is from the Holy Bible, and it's 1 Samuel 2.10. It goes on to read, the adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces against them. He will thunder in heaven. The Lord will judge the ends of the earth. He will give strength to his king and exalted the powers of his anointed. And again, that's right out of the Holy Bible. So I'll go on and I'll read just how do I acquire sovereignty, and then we'll call it a night with sovereignty. And like I said, I'll pick this book up in the new show that I'm going to produce, and it's, again, going to be all about sovereignty. Apologize. And I'm just going to try and inform people, what it's about and, why everyone who lives here in the United States and hears my voice should claim their sovereignty. So, the fact is, all humans are rightful sovereign, and I say this all the time. But most of them don't know how to be noble and prove it. You are presumed by tactic, which silent admission, to be a subject of corporation government. And I talk about that all the time, how our government, how the United States is a corporation. It's no longer a country, it's a corporation. If you have not officially declared your sovereignty upon public records. So in order to do so, you will need 3 things: knowledge, guidance from the voice of experience, and the paperwork. Before you start your common law quest for knowledge, mentors, and paperwork, that usually takes the average person their whole life to complete, with plenty of mistakes along the way. Let me suggest to you some materials that will help you hack through all of the bullshit and get straight to the point. First thing is this book right here that I'm reading from. It is called Title IV Flag Says You're the Schwag, the Sovereignty Citizen's Handbook. And I'm going to leave it there, and I'll pick it up where I left off when we start the new show. And like I said, I don't know if it's going to be next week, Monday night, but I do know that I do want to move Talk Shit Radio over to the mornings. I just got a better listener base in the mornings. A lot more people had time to listen to it. Let's face it, it's Friday night. It's 7 o'clock. Where is everybody right now? Let me guess. At a bar, at a party, hanging out, drinking like I am at the house right now with my Sam Adams Winter Lager, which is actually a pretty stout beer. I actually like this one. My favorite is the Oktoberfest and the Cherry Wheat. I got to say, the Cherry Wheat, that is the shit. Silent Mish, are you anywhere where you can hear my voice? Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo. Maybe not. So, yeah, so like I said, Friday nights, 7 o'clock at night, people are usually out. And here it is. It's already 24 minutes into the show, and you know damn well everybody's out at the bar, hanging out, drinking, partying, doing whatever. We got no one in the chat room tonight, and that's simply because they're all out partying and hanging out at the bars. I should see if I have any listeners going on here. What do you say? Let's see who's listening. Which I could track who's listening by your geographic location and whether you're male or female and so on and so forth. Yeah, we got a whopping no one listening right now, but that's okay because by tomorrow afternoon sometime, there'll be a shit ton of listeners. So moving on, I'm definitely going to move the show like I'm saying to the AM Talk Shit Radio will be done in the mornings. Silent Mish, is that you? Can I have a cigarette, please, when you get a chance? So we're going to move Talk Shit Radio over to the AM. I'm going to do it probably go back to 7 o'clock in the morning till about 7:45. If everything goes all right in a few months, we're going to bump the show back up to about an hour. We'll take it from there. I'll see what kind of sponsorship I can come up with, and then we'll move it up to 3 hours. I don't know if we're going to have Jeff Berkowitz do another version of Talk Shit Radio. I would like to name it something else that's exclusive to him, that says who he is, that puts out his personality. I mean, hell, I'd be willing to call it the Jeff Berkowitz Show. You know what I mean? But that's just something him and I are going to work out. Now, I do have the show page ready for Regulate Florida Radio. I'm just waiting for Michael Minardi to give me the okay to go ahead and publish it. And then we will have Michael Minardi doing a show, and that's all going to be pre-recorded. I think I'll have to go and work with him on the equipment he's going to need so he can get callers calling in and be able to record that whole show and everything, and then send me the file, and I'll upload the file, and we'll get it on the network. Either that or he'll just log into my account, and he'll broadcast the show from there. But again, like I said, Regulate Florida Radio is all set to go. I just need a little more info from Michael Minardi and the okay for him to do it, and then he will host the show. Now, Michael Minardi is a really great attorney out of, Palm Beach, Florida, or somewhere down there by Miami. And, he studies and practices cannabis arrests. He's a defense attorney, but, he specializes in cannabis. So, if anybody's out there and you're hearing my voice now and you're having problems with the law when it comes to cannabis, he's the man. He's probably the best there is. He's more knowledgeable than anybody that, I know of when it comes to cannabis. So he's probably your best bet. Now, again, he does do all sorts of defense. It doesn't have to just be cannabis. He's a damn good lawyer in everything that he does. Takes pride in his work, takes pride in who he is. Belongs to a lot of organizations. Can I have that cigarette, Pip? Let me take a swig of my beer here. I absolutely love this beer. I like a good lager. The only one that I don't like that Sam Adams puts out is a Boston lager. I don't know what it is about the taste of it. I just don't like it. I don't know why. I don't know. I've tried it a few times, and it's really gross as far as I'm concerned. Now, again, I've been talking about different shows that I'm going to produce. We're going to get Talk Shit Radio Network back up to where it needs to be, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it's going to take some doing, and I'm going to need a lot of help from my listeners, sponsorship money. I don't expect nothing for free, folks. We'll produce a fucking commercial for you that blows your mind. Even if you make cannabis oil out in California and you want, a little bit of a commercial about that, or you run a dispensary in Colorado and you want a commercial about that, I guarantee I'll beat any price out there. Now, obviously, for me to fly out to Colorado and do all of that, it's going to be a little more expensive because there is expenses to that. So I could hear Silent Mish talking on the phone. Let's see if we can't hear her. Ready? All right, maybe not. So we tried. But yeah, you know, I mean, we got a lot of things in the works that I'm gonna be trying. We're gonna move on. We're gonna make this back to where it was, and nothing's gonna stop me. No one's gonna stop me. That's the best part about it. And if anybody thinks for 1 second that they're gonna be able to stop me from doing this, then they're gonna hit a hard brick wall. Especially when I talk shit about you or your business or what you do. Look up my rights as a journalist and see what I can do. I say what I want, and then you can fight it all you want in court. But I just say you can't draw blood from a stone. At least that's what my mother taught me. So just remember that. You can't draw blood from a stone. And if you figure out what that means, then you'll be in good shape. Now, got about 14 minutes left. I'm definitely going to end the show probably at about 40 minutes. Which is, you know, about 10 more minutes. But like I said, just to recap, you know, we had a fire at a preschool about 1 o'clock in the morning, and there was extensive damage done to the preschool, minor damage done to the surrounding businesses. It was all in one plaza, which is right over there where I used to have my logistics company and my auto transporting company off of Spring Hill Drive in Linden. And that's another thing I'm going to be getting back into is logistics and working with a certain glass company that I've already contacted and set everything up with. I was trying to do things through other companies, but apparently everybody's too busy. So I'll just do it myself. Ain't no big deal. No love lost for anyone. No friendships damaged. Nothing like that. But I'm just tired of relying on other people for the things that would benefit everybody. So, I mean, it is what it is. We had a $2.4 million contract over 3 years that was signed just before we lost our authority because I gave trust to some schmuck who robbed me for $150,000. I was looking through some of the old paperwork. We moved $56,000 worth of motorcycles in 3 months. $56,000, and we're anywhere from $350 to $600. Hell, I'll give you a breakdown of what the prices were here. If you wanted to go from New York to California, it would cost you $685. If you wanted to go from Arizona to California, it would cost you, well, let me see, that's not right. No. If you wanted to go coast to coast, it would cost you about $800, and that's to move your motorcycle enclosed. I'm on an air ride trailer, and that's about average what we charged. You know, we made a good penny on it. And if you wanted to move it, you know, let's say, hell, Wyoming to Arizona, or, you know, Oregon to New Mexico, probably cost you about $650. So, I mean, we had the best rates in town. We still have those rates, and I'm going to move forward with it. I mean, I've been trying to put this together with a few people, and the one in particular, and if you hear this, buddy, I'm quite disappointed. But, hey, it is what it is. You know, I know there's history there, and you know what? Whatever, you know. I mean, I can't push anybody to do anything they don't want to do. My mother used to tell me, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You know, I could bring you to the bank, but I can't make you withdraw any money. You know what I'm saying? So, I could put the work in front of you, but, you know, there's nothing I can do if you don't want to do it. So, there was another company I was trying to get with and see if they were interested in doing things. He had one simple thing to do, and just telling me blah, 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 blah. Still hasn't done it. I haven't gotten an email from him in a few days. So, it is what it is. You know, go ahead and give it a try, buddy, and see how it works for you. I guarantee you'll flounder it. Promise you that. Because you don't have the knowledge or the resources. And that's really what it's about. And that's what sovereignty is about. Sovereignty is about educating yourself to the government. And that's what, or educating yourself about our government. And that's what I'm going to try to bring to the table when it comes to the new show that I'm going to do. And I haven't even come up with a name or anything like that yet. But we'll get it done. I'll probably sit here and work on it after the show tonight. And, you know, I'll have it all worked out. And we'll try and educate people about our government and the things that, they don't know. Like certain things about your car. You really don't need a license plate for your car. It's not a commercial vessel. And we'll get into shit like that, Let's see. What else? Birth certificate. Your birth certificate is like a stock, a bond for the company, a bond certificate. Every time you have babies and you go and get a birth certificate for them, that is how the government uses or borrows money on that birth certificate. And I don't have exact figures in front of me, but I'll get all of that. But without that birth certificate, they don't have a guarantee. So, and when I say that, I mean, well, you just got a birth certificate, so we know that this person is going to be a taxpayer, and we'll be able to bleed X amount of dollars out of this person's pocket. You don't have to pay taxes. It's a voluntary fucking thing. And this is all shit we're going to cover when we get into the new show that I'm going to do and teach people and inform them about sovereignty. Now, I guarantee this is going to ruffle a lot of feathers. Sure, the FBI is going to want to take a look and listen at it. But in reality, I'm just informing people about information that's out there all over the internet. I'm not starting a revolution. I'm not starting riots. I'm just informing people, and that's what's going to be the best thing about it. We're down to 4 months for prohibition. I'm looking forward to the end because I got a lot of shit I want to do. I want to get the Hernando Daily up and running. I want to get out there with my cameras, and I want to get them in the cops' faces and bust them doing shit that they're not supposed to be doing. I'm also going to put up these posters that I have made, which is quite funny. Let me grab one. And it says, reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of rogue police officers on charges of drug trafficking, civil rights abuse, criminal conspiracy, unlawful imprisonment, rape, murder, false arrest, and kidnapping. Description of these suspects. Last seen wearing departmental uniforms and badges. Increasingly condemned as bad apples by fellow officers. Known to be armed and dangerous. Approach with caution. Regularly exhibit a casual disregard for the lives of others. Now, we know there's a lot of that shit going on. There's a lot of rogue police officers who go out and they just kill for no reason. There's two more things. Known to have sociopathic propensities and gratuitous violence. And habitual drug abuser has rendered their contact unpredictable. Habitual drug abuse. And, I mean, let's talk about that. Police, the cops out there now are saying that it's unconstitutional that they have to be drug tested. Well, why is that? Why do you think they don't want to be drug tested? Because they're all jacked up on Vicodins, codeine, this, that. Who knows? They're probably out there doing coke. There's probably some smoking pot. They don't get drug tested until there's an incident. So with all the ways out there and all the cops that will cover their ass, let's face it. I mean, cop says, I got a drug test. Their sergeant is going to say, you got a drug test on this day at this time, report to the lab. He'll go, hey, Johnny, Mr. Piss Clean, do you think I can get some clean piss from you so I can pass my drug test so I don't get fired? It happens. It happens in the regular world. What makes you think cops are no different? They are people like you and me, and they're probably a lot more crooked than the most crooked person you know in your life. But like I said, we'll cover a lot of that with the sovereignty handbook, and Title IV flag says you're the swag. Anybody wants this information, I can get it for you. There's a lot of useful information, some signs and all that shit. We'll go over it all. Should be fun, should be a good show. But for now, that's Talk Shit Radio for tonight. We're going to end the show in about, 63 seconds. So, I really enjoy putting on the show. I love the fact that I do have an audience, and it's fun for me right now. It's not work, it's not a business. It's all fun for me right now. I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy educating people, and that's the main thing. Now, if I can get somebody who is like the ultimate cannabis dude to do a show on cannabis, then we will. Don't mind me, I'm trying to light a cigarette. We will do that, like he says in Ocean's 11. They will be here. Anyway, you got to watch the movie to know. But, so yeah, like I said, got a lot of shit in the works. We did have a show called The Bounty Hunt that we were going to produce, and I've set that on the back burner for a bit, simply because, I got other things that I got to do. We'll get that up and running, and that should be an interesting show. That's going to be a made-for-YouTube show where when bail bondsman finally gets the call and says we're going to apprehend the suspect, I will go with them and we will videotape the whole scenario. And we're going to do a show about it, so it should be fun. I got 2 bail bondsmen that are ready to jump on board and go with it. But like I said, there are certain factors to it that I can't really do it right now, and we'll get it done. Now, during the beginning of the week, talked about this crazy lady who turned out to be a stalker, and her boyfriend continues to threaten me. And I just think it's funny because the dude's all the way over in California, and all I got to do is make a few phone calls and I can reach out and touch someone. Ma Bell is a beautiful thing. I know a lot of people in a lot of places. I drove a tractor trailer for 20 years. Got a lot of contacts all over the place. My radio show has made me a lot of contacts. The cannabis industry has made me a lot of contacts. So I love it when somebody threatens me. I usually just give them my address and say, I'll tell you what, come on over and let's see how far the threats go. I don't make threats like that. I won't do it. I'll make you a promise. If I promise you something, then I'll try to keep my promise as best as I can. And when you cross my family, as a little person here from Spring Hill and her little piece of shit boyfriend found out, you cross my family, then I'll take shit from you. Not physically, but metaphorically, you start losing things like your job, your friends, your reputation, things of that nature. I mean, it just happens. But anyway, Talk Shit Radio. What? I got 2 minutes and 58 seconds left of the show. I might as well go all the way. Fuck it. So yeah, that's kind of what I got in the works. We're gonna get all of this up pretty soon, and we'll have some fun with it. I mean, let's face it. Life is all about having fun. Why not fuck with people in the process? So, Talk Shit Radio Network, everyone. Got that quick message from my really good friend Michael Minardi and Regulate Florida. So let's go ahead and get that on till Monday. Everybody have a safe weekend. Don't drink and drive because you're an idiot if you do. You might kill somebody, and who cares if you die in the process because you're an idiot anyway. Talk Shit Radio Network, everyone. I am out till Monday, 7 o'clock, maybe 7 o'clock in the morning. It all depends on what I decide over the weekend. Peace.
Hello, my name is Michael Minardi. I'm the campaign manager of Regulate Florida, who's going to be actively seeking to put adult use of cannabis on the 2016 ballot. Why Regulate Florida? I am putting myself out of a job by doing this. I am a criminal defense attorney. My main practice is representing people arrested of marijuana offenses, and I'm sick of it. These are good, hardworking people whose lives are turned upside down by a cannabis arrest, threat, DCF involvement, or other type of sanctions that is coming against them for using cannabis. We want to bring together the people of Florida. We want all the patients, all the users of cannabis to step up and let their voice be heard. Stop being afraid of being persecuted because of speaking out. We need you to stand up. We need you to help out because we need action right now and not apathy. With doing this, we can change the world and we can change the state of Florida for the better.
Talk Shit Radio is a Kennedy Studios Productions. The opinions stated by various contributors to Talk Shit Radio and its radio programs are not to be considered as or endorsed by Kennedy Studios Incorporated. Visitors are urged to use their own discretion to draw their own conclusions. All information, products, services, and use of this website is for entertainment purposes only and personal use only. Talk Shit Radio Network does not confirm nor deny the validity or accuracy of the information contained within the website or broadcast. Any services or products provided by Talk Shit Radio Network and its host contributors should be used solely for entertainment purposes only.